Welcome back to another episode of the On Your Left Startlist Power Rankings, the official pre-race show where we break down the upcoming professional start list in 30 minutes or less. Today, we're headed to Marbella, Spain for Ironman 70.3 World Championships Tier 2 Men's Show Edition. My name is Connor Bollinger, and I'm joined by my co-host, pro triathlete Evan Price, and the legend himself, intern Blake Pfeiffer. Today, we welcome back reoccurring guest. He's a Yochoba amateur GB triathlete. He's the On Your Left British Viceroy. Please welcome back Daniel, Triathlon Dan Ward.
Thanks, guys. Stoked to be here. Are we really going to do this in 30 minutes?
I think we actually could do like 35, 40, but
right, got it.
With the World Championships, I mean, we'll probably end up going over as we always do, but we like to keep it tight, 30 typically at this show. And dude, we have 5 of these for this race.
Mental.
It's going to be a lot.
I mean, this is tier 2. What a bunch of guys.
Of the men, just the men. We're not even touching the women's tier 2, which will be later. Yeah.
Vince said it himself. This would be a solid Pro Series race, the tier 2 men's.
This is better than
Just
a
the
lot of
start
Pro
list.
Series.
Just looking at this start list, this is a great race. So there are plenty of names here that will prove us wrong. That will find their way deep into the front of this race for sure.
What do you think the highest place will be out of this group?
That's a good one. We got to wait for Bali to explain the rules and regulations, though. Here, go.
What do you mean? Rules and regulations.
You got to explain what Power Rankings is for our new listeners.
I think a lot of the
because this is going to be a collab post with Triathlon Dan's YouTube. So for those of you that are listening that are familiar with the format of this, Power Rankings is not just subjective or objective. It's a mixture of both. So we take into account previous race performance, current fitness, Strava, social media activity, where they're traveling from, historical race data at this location or on prior courses. So it's both data-driven and subjectivity of vibes, I guess. A lot of vibe checking in this show. And that's what makes this unique. So what we did was we have Tier 1, which is 28 men, and then we have 24 men in Tier 2, and then we have 17 in Tier 3. So what we like to do is we like to talk about all of the athletes on the World Championship start line, not just the front 10%. Everybody else already discusses those guys and those women. So we're going to run through everybody in this tier 2 and give 1 or 2 sentences to give them their praise and to give them their flowers. So does that make sense, guys?
Absolutely. We'll make sure we
Tier
argue
2.
about who could be 30th.
This is where the action will come from. A lot of these guys don't have any pressure other than the pressure on themselves, so they're going to go out for a result, and you might see some of these in the mix.
And like we always do, every show we get proved wrong and we get shown that we're stupid. One of these guys might top 10 in this race. A bunch of them are going to top 15, for sure top 20. So that's where this is kind of fun. We get to see, it helps us learn as fans, and this is the stuff that we love to do. We know a lot of these guys personally, and this is the stuff that we love to talk about. Is we love debating, because technically we're debating who's coming in top 60 between 30th and 60th.
Yeah. Out of a start list that was originally, I believe, 92 was how many people
Qualified.
originally were qualified. And then what? I mean, it shaved down
And then it's
to
been 70,
whatever.
5 or something.
Yeah, somewhere in the 50 to 60 range. I mean, and there's a great page run by a tri-pole athlete that's been updating everybody on this. Thank God, because otherwise we're just doing what I've been doing all week, which is literally just Instagram messaging people, hey, are you going to the race? That's about how good our research can be on who is going and who's not going.
Which is wild. Another, gap in Ironman's media, no injury report, no live updating the start list. And they could say that they live update, but we all know it's like once every 5 days. They'll they'll just update it quietly and not like do a press release of new list. Like we have to go and figure it out.
And I'm sure that they're relying on they might be messaging tri-pole athlete for gosh sake and just being like, hey, who's coming and who's not coming. So
if I'm not mistaken, I think it's Sam who runs tri-pole athlete. He actually works for Ironman now, I believe.
It's
not in that capacity. They don't own that page, but I believe.
Gotcha.
For Ironman in a different capacity. So I understand.
Gotcha. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. So tier 2. Do we want to talk about the course a little bit? I mean, it's tier 2 is going to come out before tier 1, so people are going to hear about this. It's like the stepchild of 70.3 Nice. I would say very similar courses. I knew DM me yesterday. He was like, "Dude, I think there's going to be a lot of emphasis on the swim in this race."
The swim course is weird.
I thought about it, and I kind of agree. I don't know. What do you guys think?
The swim's kind of weird. It's like a weird shape. like have to do a weird diagonal and then like a weird rectangle and then come back. But I mean, it's weirder than the Nice World Champs course. So yeah,
I'm only going to disagree with Ben on that because I think the bike course is so brutal that yes, the swim's going to be important, but plenty of guys that miss that front group in the swim could absolutely factor into this race still, because you're looking at a bike course with 5,300 feet of climbing. So you're going to have moves made on the bike, and this isn't like your Venice 73 where it's just going to be this line of guys, and if you didn't make that front group, your race is done. I mean, there are guys who could ride up through this field.
Do we think there's a WhatsApp group kicking about for the swim like there was for Nice?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
100%. I think so. This is going to be a fast front group. And Jamie there is there again.
He'll always start a WhatsApp group, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, a big name in this tier 2 that might seem disrespectful that we put him here, but will impact the race is Vincent Lewis. I mean, there is no way he doesn't make a front swim pack, right? I know that there's other aspects of his game right now that are struggling, but I mean, he's still Vinny Louie in the swim, right? Like, there's no way he's not making this front group.
There's a few guys in here that are definitely going to make the front swim pack,
yeah.
I think.
Another guy, the Shark, Dubrick, will.
100%.
Yeah. I just saw him post a swim workout that was like 30 by 100 off of some like 1 in 9 of each rep are fast, and the middle one, short course meter, he's swimming like 70 to 72, and he's going fast at like 64s. Just some crazy stuff. It's one of those sets you look at, and like as a triathlete, you're just like, I don't know, that just looks fast. Like the numbers don't calculate.
When he's posting that, he's thinking power rankings. That's what he's thinking.
That's exactly what he's thinking.
So let's kick it off, actually. We'll talk about the course as we go along. So, all right, let's kick it off. Dan, who is your favorite of the tier 2? Who is your tier 1 of the tier 2 show, rather?
I'm going to go Max Stapley. And hear me out.
Oh, I like it.
The guy's got what I think I call steez. So he's like a Matthew Van Der Poel, like he's just a bit cool. So cool, in fact, he hasn't replied to my Instagram message, but I'll let it slide. When he qualified, I think he qualified in Bahrain. He is a podcaster, isn't he? And he shared a story that Ali Brownie basically shouted at him to take a pull on the bike, and he told him to do one. Like, Max said, no way. I think that will serve him well. He's not intimidated by these big name athletes who have perhaps won medals and Olympics and other things. He's going to go out full gas. He's had a stomach issue that is resolved. He'll be in the mix from the swim, and I think he could just be ballsy and just be in the mix from the gun and could have a good day.
I mean, the only thing that could be affecting his performance, right, is his lack of, I guess, being comfortable on a TT. I mean, Bahrain's not this bike course at all.
Course to not be comfortable on a TT bike on. You're going to see a lot of guys that would historically struggle on a TT bike that are like, oh, this is the course.
That are going to be fine on this. Well, and just as well as they can descend well on a TT bike, because that does feel a little different. It's like driving a boat, but I mean that's
the descents are so short though.
In front row with he spent a lot of time at altitude with Hugo Milner earlier this year, and he's done a bit of short course as well. So I feel like he takes his training in his own hands. He does what he wants. I feel like he will have prepared for this.
If he's running with Hugo Milner too, that kind of qualm. I mean, because Max on the swim and the bike, in my opinion, this year has been wonderful. He's a great swim biker. He's so hit or miss on the run. He's shown that he has the ability on the run, but he does seem to have some of these races where he just falls off the run pace and does fall off pretty hard.
I mean, he was ranked in the top 10 before his illness in the WTCS series, and he's running like a 31-minute 10K, but you don't notice it because he's not at the front. He could be 108, 109 guy.
When we were talking about who's going to impact this race from the jump, he was one of the guys that jumped out.
I still think tier 2. He's absolutely tier 1. He's just my big worry is when you look at his last 2 10Ks would be Karlov and Wollongong, and he's 33 mid in both, which is, I mean, honestly, in today's WTCS game, that's slow running actually.
Yeah. He's posted. He talked about on the podcast with Tom about the fact he's had a stomach virus that's basically meant he couldn't absorb any carbs, so he was racing well until about an hour and a half in, and then just completely blowing up. So hopefully he's sorted that.
That makes sense. Why
I hope so. Who else are going up? Blake, who do you like?
Oh, a pass. A pass. What is?
I don't want to formulate an opinion right now. Is that too bad?
Okay,
hold on. No Super League guys here.
There's no. All right, well.
Okay.
I don't want to offend anyone.
I've got my guy, and it's not the spiciest take. Right. I get it, but this is tier 2, and I'm trying to take back. I'm not trying.
I don't
to
want Evan to have a pick first, so I'll go ahead of it. How about that?
Stepniak makes sense for me here.
No.
Yes, I know he just had that scaphoid fracture, okay?
No.
But a scaphoid fracture is not going to affect your run training. His run is probably still great. The bike in aero, you're fine. No worries. Swimming even, not that much of a worry about it. He is probably back to full training right now and looking great. The man was 15th in Nice. We're talking tier 2 power rankings. This man clearly can ride a hilly bike course. He's a great runner.
You got your Polish
I don't know about
blinders
this
on.
because he's coming off injuries, coming off Nice. I really don't. Eighth at what was that?
Eighth in pies.
Yeah,
Pie da whatever we want to call that
like
race.
calling it pies. I don't like this
We're calling
for
it
this
pies.
guy. I'm going tier 2.
Man, I want to argue that. Is anybody going to back me up on Stepniak?
No.
I feel like putting Stepniak not top tier here is wild. I know he's the most boring take ever, but the guy is so steady.
Tier 2.
I feel like the scaphoid thing's he's gonna have missed some. That block isn't gonna have been perfect. He's got an okay block, but he's not got a good
He probably
block.
got some natural rest after Nice. It was just forced rest.
Didn't Ditlev do his scaphoid as well? He seems to be okay very shortly after, didn't he?
I don't see
Hayden
him.
Wild smashed his scapula into a million pieces and every other bone in his body and came back fine. So.
But he's got a YouTube channel,
Yeah.
and that's one of my
That's
takes
true.
I'll come back to after.
He's also a
after Blake's.
Kiwi, so yeah, he's tough.
To be fair, like it's not nothing. Like you can run with it, but you still have it. Like I don't.
He'll be fine. I think he'll be fine.
I don't like it. All right,
I'm ready now. Give me Gregor Pyatt.
I knew he was gonna go.
Yeah. I knew I had somebody in my back pocket. I just couldn't find him.
I knew that he's gonna throw him out.
Yeah.
Okay, tier 1 is where you think he goes.
Yeah, man.
Blake, give us your Pyatt take.
Yeah, he was
I don't hate this take.
second at Zell MC, I'm digging. 6th at Pies,
Yeah.
14th at Venice, which is kind of, I feel like Venice is the most irrelevant race to judge people off of before Marbella. It was so long ago and the course is so different. So I would always take like a top 20-ish at Venice and say, yeah, you're good to go. But I'm liking the Pays result because that was good competition with the Norwegians.
His results are trending in the right direction too.
And
As a
that
note
too.
that I was making there,
Yes.
he is like each 73 he's done, he has actually gotten better,
Literally
which is a good
improving.
sign.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he bonking in Wollongong?
It is tough travel and
Was that a self?
down under.
All right.
It's irrelevant.
I mean,
Yeah.
it makes a lot of good points. Makes a lot of good points.
Was he racing Super Tri this year, Blake?
No.
I didn't think so. Okay.
He's not. He was just
was wondering.
WTCS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Okay,
think that
where
could
are
have
we
made a
gonna
difference
put-
for him?
Let's nip it in the bud. Where are we gonna put Vincent? Not a glamorous year by any means. What was it? 4th at Roth.
I think we've seen more and more. Unless you're front group or chase back out the swim, it's a very hard ask to get to the front. He's going to be at the front or very close to the front, so he's got to be top tier, surely.
Yeah,
because he's there from the start.
He's very good at tactics. You know he's gonna conserve, and he's good on the bike.
Man.
Like
God,
his descending skills.
I'm gonna get outvoted here, but I think he's 40th to 50th in this race. I think he gets blown out on the bike. I think he gets blown out the back on the bike. His bike in the T100 races, guys, has been. And this is, I feel terrible saying this because I'm sure if Vincent Lewis is watching this, if he ever would tune in, he'd just tell me to go screw myself. He's a great athlete. The guy's but his bike is showing it is so far off the front game right now that every T100 race this year that he was in, unless I'm missing something, look at his
San
results.
Francisco?
He was blown out the back
he
in
did
San
not do very
Francisco.
well,
Dude,
so.
Organic Kyle was like, do you remember those videos? He was like yelling at him. With
Shit. Yeah, he's
showed up in the
giving
49ers kit and just was awful on the bike. So
He's going to be sixth wheel in a 12-meter pace line here.
That's what I mean.
Going up and down
but 5,300
climbs.
feet of climbing, he's getting dropped on those climbs. And those are punchy climbs, guys. Those are very punchy.
He's got way too much pride. He doesn't need to travel that far. I think like if anything, he's pissed off about how this year went, and he's willing to just completely go broke on the bike here just to stay in the race. I'd agree with Dan. I think
He's not running too poorly. He's not running that poorly this year. His run might be fine, but I think
That's
the bike
what I
is
mean. Like,
really
I think
where
in
he's
a
in
vibe
trouble.
check, like if you put yourself in a Vincent Louis headspace right now, like your girl's racing, you still gotta like secure the, you gotta peacock a little in front of your girl. Like I don't know, man. Like I just think the guy.
Vincent's like
put myself in Vincent Louis' shoes, and if there's a race that I'm gonna let my nuts hang, it's gonna be at a race like this. Like,
first off, Vincent is like our age, Bali. We're not peacocking anymore. The peacocking days are done. When you're our age,
He's not of a peacock
it's an owl.
tattoo.
It's an owl. It's an owl.
Shit, he's
One
36.
moment sticks in my mind, Vincent Louis. I think it was at Tokyo Olympics, the mixed team relay. He caught Alex Yee and then couldn't drop him on a flat course. Like, if you can't drop a 55-kilo guy on a bike on a flat course, he might.
Yeah, I think his bike's on the way down.
Sorry, the British bias there, but then he was fourth in Roth, so he clearly can deliver when he wants to.
that's what I mean.
Fourth on Roth and debut.
So we're giving him a tier 1, Blake.
Okay, I'm outvoted. Unless Blake wants to be on my side here.
No, I'll always back Vinny. I got faith in him.
All right, who else we got here? We got
Jared Osborne.
throw out a name.
Right, can I chuck a rogue thing in? Right. Yeah. I obviously love YouTube, right? And I think people who are on YouTube, athletes, who share their story, their ups and downs, get a lot of support out there. And I think that really translates into actual performance. That might just be a thought in my head. But I'd chuck in there...
I like it.
Trevor Foley. Who else have we got on the YouTube All-Stars list?
Tier 1.
Jackson Laundry, Ben Canute,
So
and
you
Max.
think, are you trying to formulate a YouTube tier based on the
Essentially.
loosely associated to Oprah's Secret, where it's like power manifesting power, transferring
Oh my
to
God!
energies?
Get out of here.
I think the athletes that share the up and down on YouTube will fare better through support, and we get a more accurate reflection of where they're at. All these people on here that we don't know too much about, we see a little bit about what they post on Instagram. They're having those ups and downs, they're just not sharing them. So, and I think they should reap the rewards of giving to the fans the ups and downs. And
I like that take.
So
Mostly I like that take just so I can say that Trevor Foley should be tier 1 and tier 2. That's the only reason I really like that.
I think Trevor's more tier 1 here.
Yes, he is. He is. The guy's upside is huge, and he has been consistent this year. Not wild. He's not been blowing the doors off. He's not been like made this huge jump yet.
All right, Evan.
His swim has improved a little bit, which is huge.
He might have this
bike
magical
has stayed
upside,
about
but are
where-
you going to put money down on him? That's the real question.
I mean, I'm really stingy with my money, Blake. So
He's circling this race. He didn't race Nice.
this is an important race to him.
Yeah, I'm at agreement on this. But the other thing is, like, do you throw Colin up there next to him? Because
No,
yeah,
I don't.
I
There's
do
a
have
reason.
one. I've got one reservation about Trevor Foley. We have pockets in the UK of like really competitive age group triathletes. I'm sure you do as well. And in one of the pockets nearby to me, one of the guys was talking about getting a dog, and one of the other guys who actually like won a big race in the UK a couple of years ago was like, "Yeah, you can do. That'd be really nice. But just remember, when you're out walking your dog, I'm out training. Trevor's got a dog.
You also got a
house,
house, too.
That time
He's
out there
got a
walking,
new house too. He does.
somebody else is out there training. So
I think the house for me just
that's how
tanks.
obsessed.
You can't be getting a
Spin
house in the
zones.
middle of the season, dude.
hey, spin zone. That's more mouths to feed. That's mortgage. That's more of a reason to race. That's a spin zone. It's not like a
To
kid.
feed the dog.
Yeah, it's another mouth to feed.
Dude, I don't know.
What is he feeding his dog? Is he making his dog dinner every night?
Filet
Like,
mignon.
dude, I just
Ketones.
fed. It took me 3 seconds to feed my dog before I hopped on this podcast. That's not
All right,
not
well, you're
stress.
feeding him kibble, dude.
Anybody
Yeah.
else in the tier 1 here? Is there anybody else you guys want to throw in the tier 1?
Christian Hogan Hog is one that we kind of. I mean,
It's
not
just talk about a. He just had
talk
a
about another mouth to feed. I mean, really, what we're talking. But he's been very open with his training, though. He is solid.
Ups and downs.
He's looking
ups and
real
downs.
good.
He's trained good.
he's had a great block. He
He's had-
front loaded
he's had
his
a great
season, didn't he?
block.
So he raced loads, and now he's had a big break.
He even said,
I like
he was
I
burned out
like
going
Christian
into
to be the guy
Taupo
that
last
proves
year.
us wrong that tier 2 was disrespectful to him. Actually,
Trust me. If there's anyone who feels this, they disrespected Christian, it's me. I've always been putting him in the second tier. But here's the thing: you say he shares his training and stuff. It's part of a content series. You can't give the guy his flowers for doing something that he's already doing because it's content. Like he's. You know what I mean? Like he's already getting the benefit of doing it by getting engagement. So you can't say like he's sharing his training because there's a benefit to sharing your training.
he's the same for me as
good, though.
Stepniak, though, where the guy comes off a great Nice race. The guy comes off a great Nice race. We can't just pretend. I mean, his last the guy's results this year were great outside of Texas. I mean, really, he's like 12th in Nice in that field. Shows that he's. I mean, 12th is he should be better than anybody on this list.
All right, okay, all right.
It's just long enough.
That you see, I can't believe we're leaving Jason off, but I think Jason's fried.
Jason's a tough one to put top tier. Yeah. He's really tough to put top tier right now. But with that said, this is where I want to be really respectful to Jason. Is Jason in Augusta was no joke. He really did go off in Augusta. I mean, a 109
goes off at Augusta.
He does. He does always go off. He does. He loves Augusta.
A lot different than going off in Marbella with this field.
Seriously, it's death.
Just saying.
Taxes and Jason West winning in Augusta. That's fair, Blake. Yeah, I got it.
Is he a tier 2 or is he a tier 3? I mean, we're talking about one of North America's heavy hitters here.
Can he handle this bike course? Is the question.
No, man.
I don't know.
It's hard to gauge to what extent because he could probably run 3 or 4 minutes into most people, but he's 10 minutes down.
I'm that tired of legs if you're riding alone, if you're struggling out there. Those climbs get long when you're alone.
All right, I'll stay in the comfort zone. He'll go tier 3. I'll stay in the comfort zone. Ben Canute, the run has come around.
Mm-hmm.
He'll impact this race. It's just, can he hang on those climbs? He is a light dude.
Him and Jason are both pretty small guys, so I don't think the climbing scares them. The guys I'm more worried about for the climbing, honestly, are, as much as I love them, is T. Foley and Colin.
Yeah.
They're big dudes.
Yeah, they're inherently bigger.
Yeah. We got, what's Ben's pedigree of this race? 4th one time, second another time, second and...
Shows up on the big stage at 73 Worlds. Outside of, let's forget about 2023 where he was 30th.
2022 when he was second, he had like a terrible season leading up to it too.
Yep.
So he can just like crack off at Worlds if he really wants to. Yeah.
You're actually 100% right, Blake. He had an awful year leading into that second, and then went off and was on the podium in Ironman Arizona too. So he ends years well. He comes. He really like. 10th in 2019 at 73 Worlds,
yeah, he can
4th in 2018.
Or the saying, but he keeps his powder pretty dry to the end.
Mm-hmm. He's an experienced guy as well, isn't he? Like, a lot of these guys will go out of T1 and absolutely obliterate the first half an hour. He knows what's to come. He knows how to perform these big days. He's going to be in the mix from the start. Yeah.
I agree. I think anything lower than tier 2 is disrespectful to how much experience he has at this level.
Are we doing wrong? Should he be tier 1 at this point?
Well, he has got a YouTube channel, so... Probably.
No.
The only reason I'm not going to say tier 1 is because if you look at the guys that we just put in tier 1, I'm not going to take Ben beating really any of them unless he has his absolute best day and one of those guys makes a mistake. Just because out of those guys, who does he beat out of those guys, do you think?
On an average day,
I think he knows that. He knows that, and he knows how to wait for people to make mistakes and then pounce.
That's true. Which means he will beat at least 1 or 2 of the guys in there because they'll make a mistake.
All right, let's keep it going. Throw out another name. Who's anyone like?
Dubrick.
Tier 2 or tier 3?
Let's discuss Dubrick.
Okay. Coming off an injury year, top 10 2 years ago. Obviously, he's going to factor. Mark's bike's fucking unreal. I just don't know what his descending's like.
To be fair, it's not that technical of a descent. It's a highway. It's not going to...
No, it's a highway.
Yeah, it's pretty straight.
Yeah.
I wouldn't worry too much.
The climbing is what factors in here, basically.
We just don't know what Mark's been doing.
Yeah.
Like
he's been biking a lot. He has been biking a ton because he knows that's been what's been his Achilles heel, really, and is he has improved his bike, but I'm not sure if he's improved his bike to the level where he can hang with the group he's going to come out of the water with. So he might be somebody that kind of falls through the field, and then we just got to see out of T2 where that run is.
He's riding
right
now. 10 too.
Yeah,
those felts are like
he's an
ankle
amazing
weights, dude.
They are, and that might not be very good on this course. But he's also like, Mark is an insanely talented runner. Like, we have this joke of the mid-pack pro guys. It's like, Mark is always like 2 weeks away from 112 fitness. Like, he could just come off of any injury, 2 weeks of decent running, and like one lever run, and the guy's like 112.
Has he had 2 weeks of decent running?
But he's not.
Yeah,
right now.
I think he just cracked like 30 miles this past week or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
he's almost. We almost need to put him below Jason because of his lack of training, lack of racing.
I think people that don't race very often or have a big break just lose touch a little bit, perhaps with the standard, because of course the field is continually just getting a bit faster, and you might think, oh great, I'm going well, but then you get there and it's like, oh shit, actually. The whole
especially a world champ.
That's all that
and personally.
His last race was June 14th too. I just looked at that. That's a while ago now. That's a good long while ago.
No one roots harder for Mark than us. You know what I mean? Like,
we
all want him to do extremely well. Yeah,
and but then he also probably knows he's not going to turn up if he doesn't think that he's fit, right? Because he's going to know what the course is like, what the athletes are like. Yeah. So.
Well, hey, when you come top 10, though, you kind of want to go back and, you know, I don't know. All right, so let's throw out a European name. Let's show the Euros some love. I'm going to throw out a name because this guy is just sneaky. Lassie Priester, probably butchering that.
He's really strong.
Yeah, this guy's a freaking beast. Yeah. He looks like a lunatic.
Yeah.
He looks like a Goonies villain.
Yeah. He's literally Dr. Evil, dude.
He might be tier 1 here.
Dude, these Germans are scary too.
No.
There's so many
these
of them.
stats, he's a beast.
Dan, what's the British take on like German triathletes just in general? Is there because to me they're all they're all the Terminator. Every single German triathlete, I'm just like, they all look the same to me. They're all insanely fast. They don't have a weakness. They're good at all three sports.
Basically the same, especially in age group as well. Yeah. Like it is the general understanding. Like I did Challenge Roth a couple of years ago, and it's like, wow, I thought I could ride a bike.
How are there this many fast guys? Like, where do all these guys come from?
They just run a train on you. It's insane.
So this dude's a beast. Fourth at ZLMC. He's German, which is like being Norwegian.
It is.
Yeah.
Do you know what's wild? I want to see
14 at a WTCS.
Oh yeah.
14.
Yeah, he can ride with Fabian Kraft. Yeah. Fuck. How do we let him slip this far in the draft?
Dude, you know there's gonna be one or two guys like this.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to throw in the top tier.
I think.
Okay, so I just want to see where. Okay, but here's the wild thing. Everybody take a stab without looking. Where do you think he's ranked in Germany?
Probably like 20th or something.
15th, probably.
10th.
10th.
He's 10th. He's 10th in his own country. The man is 49th world rank. He barely slips in the top 10 in his own country.
The Germans are stacked.
They're so stacked.
On the German train now. Let's go Leonard Arnold. He's German.
Another stacked. Yeah.
This guy's DNF so much this year.
Yeah, he has. This is his one knock. Is this dude has 4 full DNFs in the last 2 years.
Jesus.
I mean, I get that they're fulls. We're talking about 73 here. I'm not saying he's going to DNF, but I'm saying if he's going against this other German destroyer here, and they're going head to head, I'm putting my money on the guy who.
You should have seen him ride in San Remo though on those descents and climbs. He obliterated that. I know it wasn't a super strong field, but like just blew the doors off of everybody.
And he ran a 108. Like, is that European 108?
Yeah, that was probably like a 20K run. It was at least a K short.
I was about to say, like, I looked at those times and I'm like, that was like 1 to 2.
I think Ernie said he hit the turnaround in like 17 minutes or something, like just over 5K maybe. Yeah, it was pretty short.
I'm going tier 3 from based on that.
Yeah, I think
I had a good leg at his bike power. He did 360 normalize in San Remo, which, Blake, as you say, it wasn't just a straightforward course.
No.
But he also did 328 at Ironman Switzerland.
Yeah.
Wow, I completely blew it. That's not this guy. This is the Danish guy.
Oh, yeah.
Down here.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so here's my actual question before we leave Leonard Arnold, because I think we got to talk about him a little bit more. What happened to him in Swansea, Dan? Was there like he was 8th in Swansea, which doesn't match his other results, but then he also has a bad day in Pies too. Like, well, not bad day, but like 21st. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, I look at those numbers and I go, wow, amazing. The front guys in the 70.3s are doing those numbers and more. So.
They are. I know. Yeah, they definitely are. And he's a bigger guy, too.
We're still talking Leo. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a bit of a cherry picker. Yeah, bit of a cherry picker.
Let's keep it rolling. Somebody throw out another name here. How about we go with Mathias?
Lysgo Peterson?
Yeah, Mathias. Hit or miss type of guy. West of...
yeah.
This guy runs a 1:12:43. Everybody runs fast, I forget.
Yeah, everybody runs 1:12.
DNF South Africa and Nice, and 3rd at Lanza. He struggled since Nice on Insta, but he's a guy in black shorts, white top, so keep an eye out.
So he's one of the few that hasn't just been posting up saying, oh, my training's amazing, I'm smashing it. He's said, I've had a rough time, which I kind of respect. Like, he's still turning up, he's still putting the work in, and he's just being transparent with where he's at. Maybe that relieves some pressure from him, and maybe he's going to have a better day than he expects. But based on what we're seeing, saying, doesn't give us much confidence
down the
reading.
list.
Yeah, he's got based on that alone, if you're admitting that you're struggling, I think you just got to get volunteered at this point. I got to let my dog out quick.
Yeah, I think. Okay, so another guy that I wanted to discuss, and let's go back to an American here. Let's work our way back at that top shelf. There is Colin. Let's kind of debate Colin on this one, because Colin's a weird one to squeeze in here. He races quite a bit, but it's not like he's had this like big progression year like we expected coming off of, what was he, 19th? He was top 20 last year in Topo.
Well,
so
I would say he's had a really he's scored his first North American podium.
Yeah, he's had a solid year. He
scored two of them. He scored two of them.
He just stopped racing as much as he normally does.
Just smart.
I don't really know. I don't talk to him. I don't know anyone in his camp. I feel like this is his A race this year. I really do.
Yes. I mean, I think with him racing, really he's been racing all over the board though, so it's actually kind of hard to read his schedule and be like, this is the primary goal. But he races Augusta, he races French Riviera recently, so he's coming in with a good bill. It's not like he raced Nice and he's like exhausted now or anything like that.
Is it fair to say his swim is his weakness of the three disciplines?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I guess it depends a lot, because I've heard a lot of, the swim's just going to be one big pack, and then a lot of, it's going to be blown apart. It's a bit of a lottery. If it's one big pack, he might be a minute down, but he's in the pack.
And I think he'll know that too. I just think people are going to swim above their pedigree because A, they'll be enabled to in a sense, and B, they just know the value proposition on all of that.
One really good swim from him was Krakow, which is Poland, I think.
Krakow is not a big
he
field.
there swam. He was 23rd in a big field,
Yeah,
but the
second pack in a European race.
Yeah, exactly, because the lead was second best one was Stepniak, who came out 22.16. So he's 23.55 to 22.16. He was in that big pack behind.
He's not a terrible swimmer. He's in between front pack and where Evan swims, respectively.
That's a big man. That's a 10-minute range, man.
You just described the whole swim pack. So he's in between leading out of the water and last is where he is.
Exactly. All right, so when we put Colin next to Ben, I feel like that's fair. That's kind of where they've competed this year.
I think so. I actually think that's a good comparison. It's Ben and Colin together there. But we'll have two very different races. Those guys should be going to two different directions during the race.
Keep it in NA, dude.
Dan,
I was gonna
make your case for your last hope here on the board.
Oh, can I go to the opposite? Can I go make my case for somebody?
Sure.
Give us a strong case for somebody.
Right, where are we? Maxi Newman.
Yeah.
I mean, brother.
I've got it. Hold on. I'm going to go back and forth with you on this one.
All right, I can't get behind a guy who just doesn't share the down times as well as the good times. I just can't. I just can't do it.
This is a theme here.
So
I love
again,
it.
I'd love
love
to
it, Dan.
prove us all wrong, just turn up and win. But
you get off
I
on
don't
seeing
know
all these
anything about
sob
him. He doesn't share
stories?
anything.
What?
I want to hear it.
Dan's a soft dude. In reality, he's a Hallmark movie. Because
he seems like he's a great guy. Like the stuff I have seen of him, he's funny, he's interesting, he's got a cool backstory. But then he just goes AWOL for months, and I just can't root for him.
So Max Newman's the type that gets off knowing that people think he's mysterious. I don't think it's genuine mystique. I think it's manufactured mystique, and I don't subscribe to that.
Yeah, no.
Max Newman's the guy, when Instagram came out, he kept his Facebook for like way too long and didn't get an Instagram just to tell people that he doesn't have an Instagram. This is what he did.
I mean, I bet he is. I bet he's really happy, even if he's got.
He probably is.
Like,
He's doing way better than any of us.
Max Newman has like 3 different burgers.
100%.
Yeah. One for Instagram.
If he's training and all the time we're doom scrolling, he could actually be in great shape.
So okay, this is what I've heard from somebody who actually knows him is because I've never met Max. I know nothing about him.
That's useless because I've looked on his Instagram. There's nothing. So
there's not like if you don't know him personally, I don't think there's any way to ever know this guy too.
Yeah.
Like there's
you gotta
no way.
send a Raven to get in contact with him or something.
So he goes and races St. George this year. Apparently, I just come off of like an IT band surgery. I can't even nail down what the IT band surgery was that he talked about. So he had been running in pain for a long time. That's obviously why he had this long break. But he's back to running pain-free. His run's not where it was before, but his swim and bike are solid. So, I mean, he could factor in here, but I think that if your run's not like... This is the same argument we're having around Dubrick. is if we're not going to put Dubrick up there, I'm not going to put Max Newman, because if Max Newman is coming off of a similar injury and he's not running
when was the surgery?
he's not going to run. I have no idea. He just said an IT band surgery. I'll be completely honest. As a PT, I don't even know what that. There are a few IT band surgeries you can get, but they're not common. Like, it's not a surgery usually somebody gets. So I think his run will be his quote unquote Achilles heel, and he'll fall through the field wherever he comes out of T2.
I think we should drop him down to Dubrick if these young mysterious. These guys are they're ghosts. I
was gonna say coming in with an owie, or coming in with a come and go.
We're a little bruised up.
You know the gas station, come and go.
Yeah, but it's KU.
I'm trying to understand why he's going to turn up if he knows his run's not where it is. Like, he seems to not race when he doesn't want to race. I do think
you're sponsored by the feed. You're sponsored by Bahrain.
Is he sponsored by Hoka?
You gotta go.
I think Hoka
kiss the ring. Yeah.
I think Hoka too is his sponsor, so he's got to. I mean, I think he has to race this race.
Of course,
I think is why
on the Hoka ONYERLEFT.
I think it's he has
run
to.
course. Yeah, you got to show up. Yeah.
Well, I hope he wins in it. I hope he gets a social media manager so we can see what he's doing.
If he wins this race, I think that's the greatest underdog story in the history of triathlon, and I'll be the biggest Max Newman fan right after that.
That's not the greatest. All right, that's not the greatest underdog story, but whatever.
Are you kidding? That is absolutely the greatest underdog story.
You want to
we're gonna pivot to Michel Bortolomedi.
Michele, but yeah.
Wait, give us the breakdown.
Sleeper, bro. He is second at 70.3 Nice on a crazy course with a 1:12 run. And I think if you're doing well at 70.3 Nice, you're going to be doing well here. Short course kid, 6th at 70.3 Sweden. It was kind of his down result. He won Herata Crowd this year. And his debut T100, he was 11th at Spain. So he knows how to race the big boys, even though it wasn't that strong.
This is the quietest guy in this whole race.
Yeah.
He's had a great season. He is so quiet.
Yeah. He's tall too, right? He's a tall guy?
I don't know.
All right, minor details.
He's Italian. Are there tall Italians?
Yeah. Up north. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
There's some big dogs out there.
No, I'm kidding.
Giorgio Armani.
They're long and tall, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Dan really is avoiding talking about Matt Collins. What's the beef there, Dan?
You've probably got this from me. I don't like to be too biased towards Brits or YouTubers. I try and be, just straight down the middle.
We're all about bias here. This is we're all.
Matt Collins is going to win. I spoke to him yesterday. How cool is it to see somebody with an actual personality be interviewed at races? Like, when he had his breakthrough result, he was a breath of fresh air. His training's going well. He's not bigged himself up. He's just said it's going well, looking forward to it. Obviously, it's the world champ, so he's a little bit nervous, but looking forward to getting stuck in. And, on his day, he could be well in the mix. We've seen that. And I think he's got some confidence. Not overconfidence, but I think he believes in his ability now. So
I really need that on a quote card. I'm going to put on his day, he could be in the mix. And it's going to say Dan Ward. Can I do that, Dan?
I love that. Yeah.
It's literally what every commentator in the sport says on their day. They could factor.
So you're saying when they're having a good race, they can mix it up with the best guys.
Yeah. When it all goes to plan, it's a good result.
That's what we love to hear. But this dude's a beast. We saw him at Eagleman and really
he had a heck of a day at Eagleman. He was
kind
of on our radar. We had him there, but
it's because he was tall. Because Bali was obsessed with how tall this guy is.
Yeah. Exactly. I love a tall guy.
Dan, is this measurement right? He's darn near 2 meters tall. He's 1.93 meters. Is that real? Like, is that actually how tall this guy is?
Don't think so. He is quite tall, but I'm 188.
Is he lying on the PTO website?
I have. I've interviewed him and been around him at races. I don't remember him being taller than me.
Maybe he slouches a little.
Maybe.
When he's in his 40
mil car. Why would you lie about your height on the PTO website?
All right, let's keep it rolling. Let's pick this guy off. Amir Solik, the youngest looking adult we've had on the show so far. Could have a case for Tier 1, 10th at Venice, 113 run, 8th at 70.3 Nice. I love when you guys put this stuff in on a hard bike. No shit, it's 70.3 Nice.
Okay.
That's me. That's me who keeps on putting that in there. I'm like, in case anybody was wondering, Nice was a hard bike.
I put that down because Bali, I really don't know if you understand how hard that bike is. It's a hard bike. It's not. I feel like. Oh yeah, you did.
Blake sounds like the most Euro 73 guy. Every single 73 Euro course, you're like, oh, you wouldn't even understand the climbs, the roads. Oh, it's terrible.
The run's short. It's hard.
It's like Oceanside doesn't even exist. It's like, yes, we're aware that climbs can happen in a race.
All right.
So there's a case for him as a tier 1, but it seems like he only does well when there's a soft field.
Yeah, I don't think there's a big case for tier 1. I think he's like a Leo kind of guy. Put him with them.
I mean, he's got a solid. That's a solid set of stats. It's not really a weakness. It's just a.
But I don't think he's thrown down a run. Just looking at stats, I'm not sure if he's put down the run that will allow him to really factor into like a top 50. I think you've got to run very fast in Marbella to factor in. And I mean, if he's not even cracking, 112 is his fastest run? 113?
Yeah, 112s.
All right, speaking of fast runners, Jackson kind of been off the mark this year in terms of what historically he's been able to put together. I almost feel like it's an insult tossing him in with Dubrick, but I feel like he's raced a bunch this year, just kind of off the podium here and there, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Are we discounting the training?
That tier all goes together. It was too short a time period. It wasn't long enough.
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
And also, if you're not Norwegian, I don't think you just... I don't think Jackson went from being Canadian to being Norwegian in a couple weeks. So
I'm always surprised, and I shouldn't be, at how strong he is on the bike when he needs to be.
Very strong. Very strong on the bike.
Yeah.
That guy can ride a bicycle.
See him riding with like Sam Long and like...
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
He'll do it, and I almost feel like we got to put him in with Jason up here, or because Jason's kind of kicked him around this year.
Yeah.
Right? How many times have they gone together this year?
Here's my thing with him going with Mark.
Boise.
Mark, Max, and Jackson, I think, go together because they're all very good athletes who have had good performances at high level, but they're all coming in off injuries. So I think they kind of go in that tier together where it's not disrespect. It's just Jackson now is coming back to some of his good run fitness, but he is and he would admit this too. This is out of respect. He's a far cry from his best run fitness. The guy won Oceanside on the run one year. I mean, he really threw down on that. I mean, he ran past Alistair Brownlee. So his best run was a few years ago, and this injuries come up with his really the issue for his run development right now. But his bike is going to be great. His swim's getting better and better.
I don't know Jackson at all, but that can be tough mentally to in a race, knowing you're not at your best could be difficult.
Especially on the run.
Yeah,
because he might make decisions on the bike that he wouldn't otherwise if he had his good run fitness. He might make a mistake on the bike.
Let's go to a fast runner who we got to respect here. When I was doing the notes, I was like, this guy's definitely one of Blake's boys. Third, 70.3 Italy. Gabriel Sandor, short course guy. Did a 110 at Euro Champs. He came third, which is wild.
That's a great result.
I know another quiet, really
on this
good
guy's
name.
Blake is not being recorded. All right, Blake. Sorry, fuck.
Well,
put some respect on his name.
This is, this guy's so quiet. Also, another. I'm not gonna ask age here because he doesn't post it. This kid looks like he's like 19 or 20 years old. He looks so young. Like, I mean, he's got some really fast run splits. He's already run under 110 in Krajko, ran 110 in Sweden.
Feels weird putting these guys with Jason because they don't, but they show up to these European fields, race like one or two. I bet you if we went into podium, if we went into his stats here, I bet you he's won like a handful of challenge races too.
He's 2 years into his middle distance, so he's only been riding a TT bike 2 years. He's only been doing this. He's on an upward slope, isn't he?
Very much so. When I look at Krajko results, this is a problem for him. Is if he has a weakness, it's definitely the bike because he loses over 4 minutes to Priester and Fabian Kraft on the bike. So if you're losing over 4 minutes on that course, which is a tough course too, that Swedish course or Krajko course, oh
man, I think just
that's not where you want to be losing time. You do not want to lose north of 4 minutes to Priester and Kraft, who are just going to be two guys who are hopefully in the good bike group.
He's going to lose 7
because there's
to
other.
8. He's got this race.
He's going to swim decently well. He might be in the pack. He's going to lose time on the bike, and then he could run through the field if he has a good day. But I don't think I'm not sure if his bike is in a place yet where he's going to be competitive in a field like this.
All right, we got 5 more left.
Jared Osborne, another tall guy.
Yes.
Another solid all-round athlete. What I particularly liked is he seems to incorporate just ripping up the local group rides in his training. I love that.
I've seen that.
I think that's great.
He does.
Because that's how I'd imagine this is basically the same thing. You just going on a group ride with 50 triathletes. You want to kick the head in. He's got good experience of that.
What are we talking about?
Jared Osborne.
Also,
much like Matty Hauser, these Aussies, strikingly good-looking guy.
Yes.
This guy, very good-looking man.
Good hair, but what I wanted to put was, sensational.
Yes. Now, let's be fair. He's not quite as hot as Matty Hauser. He's close. He's not quite there. Like, let's not get too excited over this guy. He is, but I think he's an argument for the top 5 best-looking guys.
I wouldn't want to stand next to him on the podium.
No. Oh God, no. This is. I was about to make a terrible take. I was like, Dan, who's the one guy here who wouldn't want to stand next to him in this field? Okay, but the only knock on Jared here is, one, he's got tons of power in the legs. He's gonna be. I mean, he has some great results. He is a bigger guy. He is. The climbing's going to be really tough. He might make up all the time on the descents. If these are straight descents, he might just bomb these descents.
He's just very consistent with his racing, and I feel like he's had a pretty solid load management schedule. And if I'm not mistaken, did he go to Australia to race?
He's Australian. He's Australian.
Yeah, but he's based out of Boulder.
He is? I did not know that. Okay, gotcha.
Did he come... no, because he's only stayed in, North America this year, right?
He's also crazy close to our old saying, the 8th in Geelong. He was 9th in Geelong. He was... Dude. I mean, you can't bet against a guy who's 9th in Geelong. Right, top 10 in Geelong.
Let's go to... sorry, go.
So I know we're not too sports sciencey, but I don't think it's too much steep climbing, so... Power to weight, not as much of an issue. More like outright power, but he's run a 1:11. The guy's got good stats. Yeah.
Okay, let's go to Wilhelm Hirsch. Lots of DNFs this year. 11th at Gong. That was last weekend. He was 11th. Wollongong.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so he's doing a ton of traveling.
He finished right next to Jared Osborne actually in Wollongong. So
11th at this last year. Okay, I mean if you finished Jared
23rd
last year.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody know why he's been DNFing so much? I had a quick look. I couldn't be sure.
I just think it's the DNF's the fulls though, right?
Yes. So from what I could see, it seems to be nutritional stuff. Mm-hmm. So probably not going to be too terribly affected in this. And I mean all those DNFs, but I mean we gave another guy in here crap for his full DNFs. It's that many DNFs still. I'm not sure is somebody you're going to want to put way up this field. Because a DNF's a DNF regardless. I mean, that's...
Dude, it's a big... Man, I know he's right next to Jared too, but he had such a big year. He's done 3 fulls.
He had a good day in Nice too. I know that's 23rd, so we might look at that and be like, oh, that's... But, I mean, across the board, he swam 45. So, he swam in that pack with, I think Christian was
23rd at Nice with all the short, with the middle distance results he's had is pretty awesome.
Yeah. And a 4:49 on that course shows he can ride a bike. I mean, he definitely can. And then goes and runs. This is a wild 2:49, and you go and get 23rd. This is how crazy the level is now in these World Championship races. If you showed me those stats across the board in Nice, I'd be like, oh, it's got to be top 15, right? At least. So.
All right, let's go. Dylan Mangian. This guy's had another beast of a year, and he's trending downward. Unfortunately, 1 Ironman Lanzarote. 22nd at 70.3 World Championships in 2023. Off day at T100.
Second in Lower Valley.
And I think
he started out hot, Bali. You're right. He started out real hot and has cooled off. He's cooled off quite a bit.
I think he's cooked this year. I think he went to Wollongong to test his fitness for 70.3 Worlds, unless he was already in the region, which I assume he wasn't. But I think he's cooked.
Cool. I put hopefully bounce back. I feel like we're just
he just raced Nice. But he had to go Nice, Oz, and then back over here.
Yeah. I think he's fried. Are you kidding me?
Unfortunately, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And another one is the Gooch. Gooch has been all over every Startlist this year.
I don't think he cares, though.
What do we got here last? Yeah, I know.
Also, this man's PTO picture is his PTO website picture my favorite picture, period. Yeah. He has the best mullet it's just, and he's, I think, like Finnish, isn't he? Which just blew my mind that the mullet has reached Finland. Like, who in Finland has a mullet? Like, I thought that was like Mississippi, America.
It's not Timbuktu, it's Finland.
Went to like this. Europeans went to this hairstyle, I would say, about 10 years ago, which was like a little bit longer in the back down here, and then it evolved into like the mullet. Right, Dan?
Is that a thing in Britain? Dan,
has got a mullet now.
Okay,
it's coming back. It's back. Yeah, I've been threatening it. Why has he raced 9 times this year? Is that
he's raced so much?
He's raced so much.
All over the board.
I couldn't be doing with all the packing. Why is he?
T100, Bulls, 73s. He's raced everything.
Is this like come and go, or is he?
Yeah, is this an experience year? What's the?
Blake, didn't we say that this guy's like a ghost on social media?
He wants it,
too?
don't worry. But yeah, it's just if he's coming or he's going.
All right. Next is Dieter Comhair. Comhair. Gotta comb your hair.
He's always back in Belgium.
He's Belgian.
10th of Venice, DNF Krakow. 2nd, West Freeland.
He seems to race. I put something like he licks a stamp on the bike, like he just sends it on the bike.
That's
and
exactly
in a course like this, that might pay off. It might not.
It could. He's a big boomer bus guy. He's a big boomer bus guy. That's for sure.
Yeah. And he seems to be. It's almost like the Cam Worth strategy of, well, if you don't get to the front, you're never going to win. So you've got to get to the front.
Yeah. The guy can bike, though. You're right. It's amazing we haven't talked about this guy this year. I mean, it's just because his results are kind of all over the board, but he's a very strong cyclist. I'd love to know his power numbers and what he's doing in these races.
He's been a pro that long either, but he's all over the field. I mean, 18th at Zell, which just kind of foreshadows with the strong field. But a solid bike run guy.
Maybe he's some I would need to do a bit of more research on him. Maybe he's some Conti Pro Belgian cyclist who just popped into triathlon. Because he's a strong cyclist.
Yeah, I really don't think he's been in the sport that long. I mean, racing professional that long. So he might be coming up to the age group ranks and just piggybacking off of that, that high of always progressing.
Mm-hmm. And he's run a 113 and a 115 on a hilly course. You do actually get quite a lot of recovery. So if he's more used to I'm going to smash it for 10 minutes up this climb, then recover, and he's fresher. Then,
and he was, going on a Belgian course, he was second to Cameron Main, who. The spoiler alert for the T1 is somebody I am a huge fan of. Dan, I'm sure you are too. I mean, so he wasn't that far off of Cam there in that race, and also he had the second best bike, which was less. I think it was 90 seconds actually off Joe Skipper's bike in that race, and Joe ripped that bike. Joe literally put all his eggs in the bike. And then just fell through the field on the run. So, I mean, the kid can bike for sure.
All right, guys. Well, this episode is brought to you by Agile Labs. They just launched their first protein bar built on the latest sports nutrition science. 20 grams of plant-based protein, 2 times the leucine to help you recover like a pro. Hit up AgileLabs.com, ADDRALABS.com. Use code ONYERLEFT25 for 25% off your first order. And this episode is brought to you by Grindstone Collection Strategies, because podiums are cool, but direct deposits are better. If your prize money's gone MIA, or race organizer is ghosting you, or a sponsor isn't paying up their end of the bargain, hit up Grindstone Collection Strategies. GrindstoneCollections.com, fill out the contact form, and don't forget to tell them that On Your Left sent you. All right, this is, that's it, guys. Tier 2 men's, 70.3 worlds. Listen, I was really hoping that all of those men on the start list showed up, because that would have been the most epic triathlon, and I still think this goes up there as maybe the top. It's definitely in the top 10 in terms of the field, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I think when we look back at this race, it's going to be, yes, it's missing a lot of big names. So I think the very top could be bigger. Hayden Wild, yeah, I think that the very top could be better. But this will go down as the deepest men's 73 field I think we've ever seen at Worlds. The deepest from 10 to 40. There's going to be guys who finished 40th in this race that 5-6 years ago could have won 73 Worlds.
It's got all the makings of a thrilling race, because the bike course offers some terrain. Things are going to happen. People are going to bridge to groups and stuff. It's going to, male and female. It's going to be awesome either way. And I'm rooting for Tier 2. Come on.
Yeah,
Woo.
Tier 2. I mean, some of these guys are going to end up there. Obviously, we'd love to see the hometown heroes: Colin, Trevor, Ben, Jason, Mark, and even Jackson. But unfortunately, we got to draw a line somewhere. All right, guys, 1980s villains, because they all look like, because 1980 villains are either I don't know, they just look like they could be in a movie. Biker Break, Respect, Put some respect on the name. The come and goes. You gotta want it. And bro said I'm cooked. All right, thanks guys. Dan, I appreciate it.
Appreciate you guys. Thanks very much.